This fourth round match in 1983 was such an occasion. Wolverhampton Wanderers were heading back to the First Division after one season in the second, and they had the ex-Villa favourite Andy Gray in their side. Peter Withe had taken over as centre-forward for Villa.
And Wolves, who were beaten 4 times by Aston Villa last season, twice in the league and twice in the League Cup, are playing from right to left in the old gold and black, and Andy Gray goes up for his first tussle with Ken McNaught, the Villa captain. And Gray has come to the near post with a chest control. Eaves! Mel Eaves, the top scorer for Wolves this season with 14. He's got twice as many as Andy Gray, but Gray believes in his Wolves colours he makes more goals now than he did at Villa Park, where he felt he was an out-and-out scorer. The combination there in the first minute looked effective for Wolves. Well, those Wolves supporters, it's almost a home match for them, just down the motorway. They must be pleased with the way their team have started here. Good length on the kick from Nigel Spink, headed back by Palmer. Into Cowns by Matthews, and into Humphrey by Morley, who appealed for hands. Keith Hackett was well positioned, and Wolves can come away with Gordon Smith. 4 Wolves players forward. 5 now. Steaming down the left, Jeff Palmer. In early, meant for Andy Gray. Eaves coming in, Gray, Hibbett. It might run for Rudge. The sheer speed of that Wolves attack caught Aston Villa by surprise. Wolves had so many players forward when Hibbett won the ball in midfield. Palmer made the extra man, and there were plenty in the box as well. And the run of the ball didn't quite favour Dale Rudge, number 8. Bremner. Who was nearly on the end of that was Dale Rudge. With Shaw. Shaw again, with off the post and in. Peter Withe scores his first goal of 1983, and so simple. A series of ricochets off Wolves players. I think Rudge at the end there couldn't quite control it. Shaw was in. Withe got a chance to shoot with his left foot to the left of Burridge, off the post and in. So, of the centre forwards, Peter Withe is the first to strike. It's his first goal since the 29th of December. Gray to Smith. Well run back by Rudge. Here's Hibbett. And it was Williams who brought the ball away, and Morley scooting off to the left to make the width. Referee will penalise Mick Matthews for a foul on Gary Williams. Alan Evans is making his way forward for Aston Villa. Andy Gray has had to go back to look after him. And Withe wins another one. Gary Shaw is up. Knocked back in by Blair. Morley was waiting for the ball to come. Humphrey got in first. That's a very good ball by Humphrey to Gray. And it's a good run by Mel Eaves. Hibbett on the far side. Eaves on his own. And had to really do that. It was a good move, that, by Wolves, and it went back almost 30 years to the long ball days of the Stan Cullis era. A very good ball played from the right-back position by John Humphrey out to Andy Gray. Locked it on beautifully for Mel Eaves, who'd made the run into space. You can't be more direct than that, except perhaps with the final shot. Bremner. Williams. Good running by Bremner. Villa are moving well. Shaw's come to the near post. Withe is further over. Header out was by Dodd. Oh, given away by Palmer to Williams. With far side, sets it up for Tony Morley, whose shot was blocked by John Humphrey. Hibbett, and now trying to release Gray. Well, there are some good touches from Aston Villa now. This is Shaw. Out on the left is Morley. Gibson's in the attack here. Away by Dodd. Only as far as Gibson, who miskicks and tries again. Morley to Shaw. Morley. Blair. Well played by Blair. Oh, difficult for Burridge. I think it hit the outside of the angle of post and bar from Andy Blair. He was very tight there when he tried to cut the ball back, and it hit the outside of the frame of the goal. It's the Midlands' very own extravaganza, this cup tie. Created so much interest all week. Here's Hibbett for Wolves. Matthews coming to the near post. Williams in the way, and away by Blair. Oh, Gray is up with Spink and he beat him. Rudge is in there. It might have run on, first of all, for Eaves, but he had to turn and find Humphrey. And that's not very convincing from him. John Pender made it. Rudge. Just a moment there of vintage Andy Gray. He got up and beat the goalkeeper in the jump to flip the ball on. Hibbett. And again, a very good kick by the goalkeeper, forcing Dodd to play the ball out in order to stop Gary Shaw. Here's Blair. Williams. Cowans. With to Blair. Gibson, good positioning by him and a good effort too. Burridge got down to that one. And looking at that shot as he went down to his left, he'll only be wishing that he could have got down to the earlier one from Peter With. It was heading for the similar corner, that one from Colin Gibson. In and a diving header out by Mel Eaves. Aston Villa have some heavy armoury at corner kicks. While Gary Shaw hovers around the goal line, there are some six-footers waiting there to come in a crowd. Evans, With and McNaught, with Bremner in attendance. And away by Palmer, not the kind of corner that the big men would appreciate. But they might appreciate a long throw from Alan Evans. With went down under challenge from Gray, in by Evans, McNaught, and over. Andy Gray came over the top of Peter With initially, knocked back in by Evans. McNaught had the final header. There's been some progressive football from the second division side, even though they end the half a goal down. And on the play, maybe a shade unlucky Wolves to find themselves in that position. Peter With was the scorer after 21 minutes. Evans on, Morley with... Oh, and Morley was only inches away from making contact. And With is well aware of that. Hit it with his left foot. Well, you might say it was meant as a shot, but it was nearly a pass to Tony Morley. Palmer. Gray. It's about now, maybe, that Aston Villa will be feeling the effects of playing two strenuous cup ties this week. Hibbett crosses. Gibbs not good. It's Andy Gray who should have done better. That was the chance, maybe, that he may look back on with some regret. Morley. Gibson. And Blair. Trying to chip the goalkeeper. It was an astute effort by Andy Blair, but I just wonder at the other end a moment ago whether we saw Wolves' best opportunity. Andy Gray, honest man that he is, may say after the match that he should have scored. Certainly he should have got some meat into the shot, because it was a poor header by Gibson and Gray didn't make proper contact. Blair. Shaw, no! Well played by Alan Dodd. Give the defender credit. Bremner. Blair, who supplied that last pass, now he's looking for Williams. But Villa tucked so many goals in on the near post, thanks to Gary Shaw, that Wolves there will thank Alan Dodd. It was Blair's cross, Shaw was in the right place, but Dodd was also there to challenge and put Shaw off. Oh, what a good ball that was. But Wolves are so quick to hunt down the man in possession that what looked like a good ball, in fact, didn't give Gordon Cowans quite the chance he wanted. Free kick to Wolves, taken quickly. Is this their last chance? Palmer. There goes Gray, and Spink may have just been caught by Gray's foot. The delay can only help Aston Villa, because time is on their side. Tie that brought the Midlands to its feet.
Villa got through the 5th round with a 4-1 win over Watford, but went out in the quarter-finals to Arsenal at Highbury. In